everybody I know is in recovery. You know, like you can't say that I can't do an EIF or something because people drink it. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm a grown man who makes decisions today. So you guys might want to look at your own decisions before you sit and judge a guest on my show. You know, I know it's Recovery Channel. It's not basically it's an all around channel that I bring recovery into because that's what's saving my ass. I haven't fucking had to shoot heroin in some time now, and for that I'm extremely grateful. You know, and I'd like to. The comments alone are enough to keep me satisfied with what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean everybody I know. Magic, the film guy, who obviously must have had too much to drink tonight because he can't get shit to work. Fucking anyway, I don't think he's even drank tonight, but still, like he's not an addict. He's not an alcoholic. He works the other government job. He's very responsible. He drinks 2 beers a night if he drinks at all. So. But that's not my business. That's not your business. Our business is what we do with ourselves. So, it's not like he's sitting here doing hot rails or something, because trust me, he wouldn't be here. I'm not going to sit in the barber shop long enough to get my hair cut, a tattoo, and do a hot rail, So I'm sure that this will be edited out of the video because of this childish shit, So my guests they're their own individuals. They get to do what they want to do. What they're not going to do is drugs in my house, So with that said,
I ain't mad at you, man.
He ain't mad at you. So just grow up, guys. That's like saying you can't ever go to TGIF or any place where they serve alcohol. My God, somebody in your family probably drinks, It just doesn't have to be you. So with that said, that's enough said on that, But please, I hate when people insult my guests. He has a union job. He's responsible. He does what he's supposed to do. He's a family man. He's not out drinking and driving, still got another, he drank 1 beer since he's been here. So after a 10-hour day of work and then coming home to do this. So it's his choice.
Going back to work at 4 o'clock.
Going back to work at 4 in the morning. So I'm sure whoever wrote that comment, you're still going to be on restriction tomorrow. So it just bothers me when not to you. It's anytime they say something about my guest, period. I'm not responsible for anybody else's life in my own.
Right, you're live and they can hear.
So, well, that's beautiful. How much have they heard?
A lot of it.
So as you guys know, I was just saying, Ink Pimp, he's not an alcoholic. He's not an addict. He works a union job. He just worked a 10-hour day. He came over here to. Not everybody I know is in recovery. That's just the bottom line.
Actually, I am an addict.
You are an addict who doesn't use.
Yeah.
So he doesn't use drugs. You know what I mean? And I've never seen you drink excessively. So, but not everybody I know doesn't not drink or something. Like I said, even Magic. He comes home on occasion and has a beer or 2. He's not an addict. He's not an alcoholic. He has a good government job. So it's just, I don't know. It's not my business who you choose to judge, but you might want to look in the mirror first.
He said, really? Are we still talking about it?
Yeah, I'm still fucking butthurt about it. So as for me, I'm like Jelly Roll, man. I like my M&Ms and my Sprite. So, anyway, who's watching it here?
They done ran off with the female guard. They done got distracted.
Bro, you know what a 180 is like, right?
180 yards?
Yeah. So, don't you hate when that fat, greasy, nasty, looking female CO would come in smelling so fucking yummy. The fucking perfume would just smooth all. You gotta take
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just gonna stand up, bro. This
You
chair.
take a hit. I'm gonna take a hit off cigarette. Yeah, I knew it was gonna get you eventually.
Okay, so
Oh, you're just
Some blood
ripping
you
the power
done.
supply up and all.
So,
You're gonna ruin the power supply.
guys, we're gonna take a couple second break. Gonna go smoke.
Bob, you better not. This was your.
Can they get a shot? Can they get a real good shot of it?
That's not even funny. You know?
Maximus.
So I don't need them thinking any kind of ridiculous shit like that. But
Yeah.
you know, anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes. Gonna take a couple hits off a cigarette.
Yep.
I don't know.
They're taking a break. Shit. My hair is getting a little long. I don't like Collie. Too many people out here for me. We were in the grocery store today, and there was more people in that store than there is in my town. No, I'm not cutting it. I'm gonna grow. That shit's long. I haven't had this shit that long since I was a little kid. Aldona. I look like look, oh, that shit's crazy how long it's got. I don't have my hat. Cigarettes, I guess. I don't partake in that nonsense. My job brought me out here. Damn, my hair is crazy. Not really. Nope. I live in Iowa, but I'm not from there. I moved there so I could stay out of trouble. Yeah, they definitely have big deer. Probably. Oh yeah, those are old videos. About Frosty. I don't know what Frosty is talking about. I do know truths. Watch some of my conspiracy related, my truth videos. Oh. I like tea. Dude. I don't know what he's talking about. No, I'm not in the union. I drive a semi. Hi, Ian Stewart. Ian Stewart. Is it Ian Stewart from Screwdriver? Yeah, it's a good path to go down if you can get your CDL. Man, I'm looking. Yes, that's how it's spelled. Peterbilt, 389. Nah, YouTube scared me away from it. You can't inject marijuana. How do you inject marijuana? I don't think people are shooting up marijuana.
Yep.
Well, ain't that where Ian Stewart was from? Is that your real name?
Ian Stewart.
From Screwdriver.
Yeah, dude.
That's one of these guys' names.
Alpha Glory on.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of that. There was that other Centurion, Bound for Glory.
Yeah. Blue Eyed Devils.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. But what was it was the National Vanguard or something, Records or National Vanguard Press or whatever it was. That one.
I used to listen to all that. I still do that.
How do you make mushrooms in prison?
Make what?
Somebody said, can you make mushrooms in prison?
Fuck yeah, you can.
You only need rice.
You get a piece of bread, you fucking put toothpaste on it, and
Yeah,
bury that
that's
shit for like
right.
4 months, homie.
I think I've seen people do it with banana peels too, or orange peels or some shit. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, dude, you start hallucinating and shit off that.
Ian Stewart, you ever heard of his Screwdriver? He's Scottish or Irish or one of those. I don't know where he was from. Britain, maybe. The British government supposedly killed him.
Yeah.
They ran him off the road, the MI6.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I should do a video about that.
What's that?
Ian Stewart and the government over there trying to kill him.
Oh, how they raped, how they on the helicopter they came to his pad and they
It's
killed
crazy. If you
Yeah.
look up everything about that,
The FBI,
dude, they
right?
thought he was called, like, I got to start a revolution just through his music.
So I gotta be at work at 4, so that means I gotta leave at like 2:30.
Yeah, the MI6 and the MI5.
I'm a 5.
You hear my phone ringing?
Yeah, you got a call, dude.
Where is it?
It's over here.
You gotta plug back in.
There's a heavy hitter nearby. Everything's music and guitar surrounded. What's going on?
Checking the volume.
Time for Rosha.
They do tell people that get away. The government.
Absolutely. What are you talking about?
I don't want to get your phone. People be stalking your chats and texts. They will. People be zooming in on that shit. Like, oh, what's he texting? Those the tattoo artists. I'll fill them for now.
Yeah, dude. Here we go. You ready, bud?
Here, put your phone with your number away so I can.
And brother, you way over there.
What do you want
Can you like that right there?
to do? Let's try it.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this.
No, mustard shrooms are not legal in those states. Not even California.
Isn't that like a fucking death sentence? Or was it like a attempted murder or something?
Just piece of food.
You can look for morals in Iowa. They're all over.
Just
Where are you from?
Yeah, I don't even think that. Right here.
Right up like if I keep you out there. You hear that?
They said you look like you're about to go spelunking in a cave.
Oh.
You with your white eyes.
Oh, I know, dude. It fucking helps. Tell you what. I'll tell you what. That shit fucking helps. I started using them like 10 years ago, dude, and then fucking, I got locked up, came back out, and dude, all the tattoo artists are using them, bro. These headlights.
It's a good idea.
And you know what? I was on drugs when I was using them too, dude.
Goes to show you, man.
Frosty needs to kick back and just chill off of the PCP or so.
You love that shit when I smoke that food.
I heard that shit make you take off all your clothes and run down there.
Yeah,
Seriously?
no. Told you. JD said she can hear you growl.
So anyway, you guys, I hope we're not boring you. It's part of tattooing. You just go into a different zone. It's just like anything else that you do that requires a little bit of pain here and there. You just zone out and it becomes nothing. Generally, if I was inside, I'd be reading a book or something along those lines while they're getting busy. You know, usually I just fall asleep, you know, if they're doing a big piece. So the trick to tattooing is the bigger the piece, the less work you have to do, you know, like, you know, intricate. And then like most of my tattoos are, you know, let's see, 30 years old. So skin grows in 30 years. Shit, in my case, skin sags in 30 years. So, you know, so once again, we got Donnie from Beyond Lock down here, Ink Pimp, just getting off work, you know, working a little union job, and then come by and hooking a homeboy up. You know, people do the grind. You know, they got to do the grind to make to make a dime neat these days, and then
I drove 1,800 miles to come see Biden.
yeah, Donnie literally drove 1,800 miles to come see just me. We're not going to mention the big rig that he's got parked out there that was full of shit that we could have sold.
It was full of a 85,000 pound crane.
Crane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 85,000 pounds of metal, bro. That would bring a cool dime.
And I had to sit in the middle, like right in a Mexican ghetto in Fontana with it. Every time I heard a car, I jumped up. I was like, shit, I thought somebody was knocking on my door, trying to hijack me.
Yeah, in Fontana, they'll do that too.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It seemed nice out there. It seems like my part of, like my kind of California out there.
Flats.
Yeah, I liked it out there. Where I was at was right next to the speedway.
Dude, yeah.
Like it was literally at the end of the road where I was at. Like I was right across from
So every few minutes, normally someone would be keeping point, you know, fucking trying not to look too obvious, but looking obvious as hell.
And
You
then,
know,
whoop whoop!
next thing you know, you fucking hear keys on the tier, you know, and then you gotta flush the sock. Ink Pimp probably got some experience at hooping a fucking machine.
I don't know about that one, but whatever to say it, that's a lot of.
A lot of hooping.
Yeah, but it's possible.
It is possible.
Very possible.
So, you know, normally they rub a dry sock over your head so many times you want to scream. This needle feels like it's getting mighty mother friggin' dull quickly.
Yeah.
You know, it's starting to feel abracadabra on this shit right now. So, you guys get to see it before I see it. You know?
It's a trip, dude, because I mean, if you get popped with a machine over there, a tattoo machine upstate or whatever, dude, they try to give you a explosive weapon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, they give you
Everywhere I've been, though, it depends if the needle is in it, but they try to give you dangerous contraband.
Yeah. So, back in the 80s, you know, matches, you could buy boxes of matches and then fucking Time magazine rolled up super tight. You could make shotguns. You know, you could stuff that full of paper clips, staples, anything kind of metal in there and pop that off just like a shotgun. You could shoot a CO right in the face or your enemy right in the face just as if it was a shotgun. So you usually found that in the upper yards. You know, people that were making those kind of weapons. You can make weapons for everything from Jolly Rancher candy.
Make a shank out of Jolly
Make
Rancher.
a hell of a shake out of some sugar candy. So,
even the hot Cheetos, man. You can make fucking pepper spray. You can just
pepper spray for your eyes.
blast somebody in your eye.
Yeah. So 3 coffee cup lids melted down and rolled up as they're melting and then dropped into the toilet. Yeah. That makes a hell of a quick weapon. You can make a weapon inside of a couple minutes.
I seen some black dude get hit in the face with baby oil and lotion. Hot.
So yeah,
Oh
that's,
man,
that's
it was crazy. And I seen him years later, and all his shit was all like white.
that's what they do. If you have an enemy and you know you're going to get them, you would, you know, pour baby oil in the coffee pot. You know, baby oil, lotion, anything along those lines.
That blue magic grease shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck, that shit ain't coming off at the top.
And yeah, exactly. It just peels skin off is what it does. You know, get a couple of cupfuls of that, throw it in your opponent's face.
This dude said the best way you can kill somebody is bite their neck off.
bite their neck off, bite their Adam's apple. So, and we used to have canned sodas. You know what I mean? There's nothing that a canned soda can't do.
They fillet somebody with a can soda.
Man, their whole cheek just peels back. You know, these are the weapons that people use in there. Could you think of a Jolly Rancher as a weapon?
I know, it's crazy. I've seen some dudes make some, like, man, I was like, I couldn't believe it when I first seen it.
It's a pretty rainbow shank, you know.
It's crazy.
6'9", probably buying one right now. He's not sure whether to use it as something to hold his hair up with, or, you know, I was thinking about how 6'9"'s hair would look really
Did he
good.
get on probation or some shit?
Did he?
I don't know. Right ass dude.
You know, they kept telling him, you know, how your hair would look really good,
That's not a
6'9",
homemade machine.
and he was like, nah, you know, because he's got that rainbow hair, so they would tell him, you know, hey, I figured out a way your hair would look really good while you're in here. And he was like, well, how's that? And they all told him the exact same thing. Laying across my belly, punk.
Oh,
You know? So people want to get in the game, and all of a sudden they figure out the rules once they're already initiated in. You know, they've done their little boo-boo. They farted in the day room and claimed it. So they're now
They
a
don't
gang
believe
member.
somebody kisses. They're like, damn, who's that?
They're now a gang member.
Now.
So, you know, and then all of a sudden the rules come into play, and, you know, all of a sudden they don't want to be a gang member anymore. So, in California, even if you're soft as cotton, you know, if you go inside, you're going to end up affiliating with somebody, you know, and you're going to have to play a part. You may not be the number one killer in the crew, but if not, we're just going to use you as a shield. You know what I mean? Hold you in front of us so you get stabbed up while we're trying to get at the opponent. There's a place for everybody, you know. So those that are protected are those that bring something invaluable to the car, whether it be money, transportation, narcotics. They got some kind of play to where they're able to, you know, three-way phones. I don't know how all that shit works now. It looks like it's pretty easy. People,
Shit, you got cell phones like the ass in there.
yeah. Well, cell phones run you like anywhere from $700 to $2,000. I'm guessing. That's the last quotes I got. Like, but who would want to spend $2,000 on an 8 Plus? Man, you ain't getting that in the glove box in a couple of seconds. You know what I mean? And if the flip phones is the way to go. You know, you're not going to be Instagramming all day and all this and that. But, and some people, believe it or not, they got money like that to where that's all they care about. They just want to Instagram until they lose their phone. And then they're,
Facebook and live from in there. It's crazy.
what's that?
Huge Facebook, doing live from Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Doing live, you know, fucking.
Live stabbings.
Oh shit! Yeah.
This shit's crazy. You see that shit now.
Talk about that one with Nico.
Just a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. You see it all the time.
It's crazy what they're filming. They filmed that one dude. They had the dog collar around his neck. Some black dudes had this other young black kid. He just had his foot on his back, walking around a cell with like a makeshift dog leash.
Oh shit.
Like this.
So, you know, they're going to find a position for you, or you're going to be in the Christian car, and
That's the most gangster car in there.
it is a gangster car, to be honest with you.
They ain't gonna do shit.
You know? Well, let them catch you slipping too. Let them catch you cussing and doing all those
Drinking
things.
a beer.
You can
Drinking some
drinking some Pruno. You know, they got your number too. They're going to pull a card on you. So we were talking earlier about S and Y's. You know, like a lot of those dudes are just tired of being told what to do, or just tired of ordering hits on people. You know what I mean? Doing the devil's deeds, and it eventually either a conscience grew. One of two things happen. You either become so cold and callous you just no longer give a fuck, or you develop a conscience because you made a move on somebody that you didn't really feel deserved it, but you know that the orders came down that way, and that's what had to play out, and it bothered you. You know what I mean?